Welcome, dear listener, to another heartfelt journey from Grandpa's Tales. Do watch the video, like the video, share it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Your every click gives us the motivation and helps us bring more meaningful stories to you.
Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with towering skyscrapers and dazzling lights, a young woman named Lily shared a tiny apartment with her best friend Emma. The city was expensive and the life was tough, but they held on to their dreams, believing that brighter days lay ahead. No matter how difficult things got, their friendship was a beacon of hope, a light in the overwhelming darkness of survival. One scorching summer afternoon, Lily overheard a conversation in the local marketplace. A group of kind-hearted people from her neighborhood were raising funds to build affordable homes for struggling families. Seeing their generosity stirring something deep within her, but she felt powerless. What could she, a young woman barely making ends meet, possibly offer? The question gnawed at her, keeping her awake that night as she stared at the city skyline through her tiny window. The next morning, as the sun cast golden hues over the buildings, Lily decided to take action. She walked through the bustling streets, visiting small businesses in her community, listening to their stories and understanding their struggles. The more she learned, the more she realized that helping others wasn't just about money. It was about support, kindness, and lifting each other up. She started promoting local businesses, encouraging neighbors to buy from them, and in return, they shared their gratitude and warmth. A cycle of giving had begun. The Lily was right at the heart of it. But despite her efforts, her family back home was still struggling. Her younger siblings needed school supplies, warm clothes, and proper meals. Desperate to find financial help, she walked into an old church one evening, her hands trembling as she approached the pastor. She told him her story, hoping for a miracle. The pastor listened intently and then, with a gentle smile, said, "Sometimes the answer isn't in receiving, but in giving." Lily was confused. She had come seeking aid, not a lesson. Seeing the question in her eyes, the pastor continued, "There is a farm on the outskirts of the city that needs help. The owner is old and struggling to keep it running. Perhaps if you lend your hands, you will find what you are truly looking for." Reluctant, yet intrigued, Lily took the long bus ride to the farm the next morning. When she arrived, she saw a vast stretch of land, tired workers, and an old man with weathered hands struggling to lift a sack of grain. Something inside her shifted. She rolled up her sleeves and got to work. Days turned into weeks. As soon, she found a strange sense of peace in the hard labor. The warmth of the soil, the smell of the crops, the laughter of the workers. It all felt like home. One evening, as she sat by the fence watching the sunset, an elderly woman who worked at the farm joined her and said, "You remind me myself when I was young," her voice carrying the weight of time. "I once came here seeking help and found something far greater." Curious, Lily asked what she meant, and the woman smiled. "I was once a lost girl in this city, just like you. But here, in this farm, I learned that kindness is like planting seeds. What you give to the earth, it gives back in abundance." The woman's words stayed with Lily, and as days passed, she realized the truth in them. The kindness she had shown had started to return in unexpected ways. The farm owner, grateful for her hard work, paid her generously. The community she had helped rallied around her when she needed help. And most importantly, she had discovered that true wealth was not measured in money, but in love, trust, and willingness to help others. Months later, Lily was finally able to send money back home. Her family moved into a small but beautiful house, one with an open backyard where her younger siblings could run free. As she watched them play, tears filled her eyes. This wasn't just a house, It was a home built on the foundation of kindness and perseverance. Years later, an old man sat under an ancient oak tree, his grandson Jack sitting at his feet, wide eyed with wonder. Grandpa, did that really happen? Jack asked, gripped the edge of his seat. The old man chuckled, his eyes twinkling. Yes, Jack, that young woman, Lily, she was my mother. When I was a boy like you, she told me this story, and it has stayed with me ever since. Jack's mouth fell open in amazement. So that's why you always say helping others brings happiness? Grandpa nodded. Exactly. Sometimes, when we think we have little to give, kindness finds its way back to us in the most beautiful ways. The people she helped may not have her rich, but they gave her strength, and that strength is the reason we are here today. Jack leaned against his grandpa, looking up at the sky where the stars twinkled like tiny beacons of hope. Then I want to be like great grandma Lily too. I want to help people. Grandpa smiled, placing a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder. Then remember this, Jack. When you give from the heart, the world gives back in ways you never expect. And under the old oak tree, a new seed of kindness was planted, ready to bloom for generations to come.
For joining us on this journey. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Grandpa's Tales. Every click helps us bring more meaningful stories to you, and comment your experience with kindness. Until next time, keep spreading kindness. And remember, every great story begins with a little love.